Hey, I'm Brian Carter with BC's Balls, and I'm gonna show you how to ship a ball python. You know, we ship year-round, so there's all kind of different ways you can do this. But first, let me show you the box that we use. The smallest box I use is a 12 by 9 by 6. A lot of people don't realize it's only a couple of dollars more to ship than a 777, the smaller box. And I just believe it's less propensity to be lost. I brought an assembled box here. The way we assemble our boxes is one strip here, one on the side where we fold it up to make an H, and then we put another strip on the bottom so that's good and sturdy. You can't bust through there. Then you've got the 3/4 inch styrofoam panels that we're gonna put in the box. This is the rudimentary part, because what I want to talk the most about is temperature control and packing securely, because that's one of the biggest mistakes I see people make when they're shipping ball pythons, specifically. So we've got the box made, it's got the panels in there. Whether I'm shipping with heat or without heat, I've got 2 holes on one side of the box that I just make with a screwdriver, if you can see those. And then I've got 1 hole in the other box that's kind of in the middle of the label. Now here I've already set up, this is a Lasiac label that Redline provides that also gives you a place to put a tracking number. It's always good to put your tracking number somewhere outside the box. Even if you write it on the top with a Sharpie, if the label gets torn, it's really easy for FedEx to generate a new label and get your animal where it's supposed to go on time, which is what we all want to happen, obviously, with live animal shipping. There's all sorts of things people can use as filler for the box. I prefer to use polyfill. I got a good friend that jokes it looks like I've murdered a teddy bear, but at the same time, I feel like it's the safest for the animal. It may not be the prettiest. So what we do is we put a little bit of polyfill in the bottom of the box like this. We put the animal in the box. For the sake of argument, we'll say this is the animal because I didn't bring one. And then we put polyfill on the top of the box. Now notice how full that is right now. I want to have to press this top panel down to close the box and tape it up. I know that animal's secure. You could shake this box, you could almost throw it against a wall, and that animal's not gonna move. So let's talk a little bit about temperature control. When we're shipping in the winter, obviously you want to use a heat pack. My choice is the Uniheat 72-hour heat pack. And it's not because of the duration, it's more, it doesn't spike as high as the others, and it's a flat heating curve, and it just gives a better overall heating. And delays, while uncommon, do happen. And you know, if you've got an animal that's on a 24-hour delay that doesn't get delivered until the next day, a 40-hour heat pack is going to be done by the time that animal reaches its destination. Then you get into this time of year where it's really tricky, because I'm in East Tennessee. Someone may be buying a snake that's in, let's say, South Florida, where it's pretty much 85 degrees plus year round. It may be 30 where I am. So I can't use a heat pack for that. What I can use is a cryo pack. Redline has a safe, non-toxic cryo pack. The regular cryo packs that are clear are very caustic. They can burn your animal. I've used them for years. You just want to make sure you put those in a Ziploc bag if you use that type. These type, you don't have to do that. So I can take this cryo pack, or even 2 of them, and put them in really hot water, then put them in the bottom of the box underneath the animal, situate the animal on top of them. It's got heat long enough to make it through the cooler temperatures, and then when it gets to the hotter temperature, it changes phases and then actually starts to cool the box. There are times I've used both, because if it's marginal, I can use the 72-hour heat pack on the top and then the face pack in the bottom, and the face pack will keep the box from overheating if it's too warm at the destination. So that's pretty much it. I secure the heat pack to the top with Gorilla Tape, even though in something packed like this, it's not going anywhere anyway. I've seen some terrible shipping mistakes with ball pythons. I've seen people ship in an empty box with no filler, and the heat pack just loose in the box with the snake. That's extremely dangerous. Something else that you want to make sure you do with these heat packs, that I'm surprised so many people that I know that have done this a long time, don't know to do this. I open this, shake it up, and wrap it up in like a dish towel for 2 hours before I pack my box. That activates it, that gets it up to temperature, so when I put it in here, it's already heated up. If I don't do that, and I put this in here, number one, about 1 out of every 25 or 30 of these are gonna fail. So if you know that it's gonna fail, you wanna know that before you put it in the box. Number two, if you don't have proper ventilation in the box, it's not ever gonna heat up. So I wanna know that it's heated up before I put it in the box. They're not very expensive. Redline's got them in stock almost all the time. If they can keep them, the 72 hours are hard because more and more people are moving away from the 40 into the 72. But we ship a couple of hundred packages a year, and knock on wood, haven't had any issues so far. And that's how we do it. Again, I'm Brian Carter, BC's Balls, Instagram, Facebook, Morph Market. My phone number's there, text. I'm happy to help anybody if you have any shipping questions.
All live packages must meet the Redline shipping standards, which include temperature guidelines and heat pack use guidelines. Misuse of heat packs is the #1 cause of DOAs in live shipping. Find all the guidelines and Redline shipping standards on our site, and don't hesitate to contact us with any questions.